All right, guys. I'm here with my review of Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all, season 12, episode 2. All right, so I'm gonna make this fast, y'all, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I just got in the house not that long ago, honey. I went out with some friends. We went and had some chicken and fucking some chicken and all that shit from roosters or whatever. And it's like snowing real bad. Like it's snowing and it's wet and it's cold and it's just nasty here. Look at my hair, honey. My hair proves it, y'all. So. But we're gonna get through this, okay? Because I gotta get ready to go to bed. Anyway, so all right. So the episode started out, it's basically Candy, Cynthia, and hold on, Candy, Cynthia, Portia, Candy, Cynthia, and Portia, they all meet up or whatever. Because Candy didn't want Portia to be, thinking no kind of way and feeling no kind of way about the whole, run-in with Sincerely at OLG, because it's like, in Portia, she was going to think that. So it was a good thing that Candy was like, I want to meet up with Portia and let her know that it wasn't that type of party. I didn't even know Sincerely was going to be there. You know what I'm saying? When the rumor first came out on the blogs, I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So Candy, I thought that was good because since Candy and Portia are trying to get back into a good space or whatever. So they talking and everything, and she was like, Portia basically, they was asking her like, well, what's going on with you and Dennis? What's the tea, bitch? Like, what's going on? So she was like, well, basically, he has moved out or whatever, and she even said he asked for the ring back. Like, I'm like, wow, he asked for the fucking ring back. Like, oh, wow, you know what I'm saying? But so they like, well, damn, and I feel like, let me say this to me, Cynthia's kind of coming off like. She feel like because she got her a good man, and I'm happy for Cynthia. Don't get me wrong, because Mike does seem like a good, genuine dude. He does, but it just seemed like now Cynthia's trying to play busybody in other people's business, and she's just trying to like, I don't know. It's just something about her vibe right now. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but anyway. So Kenya calls Mark or whatever, and her estranged husband. I guess you can call it that. And she's with baby Brooklyn, and they call him on the phone and stuff, and they FaceTime him or whatever. And I mean, I just don't understand. I feel like if y'all still got this thing for each other, because she was on a Wendy Williams show, and she was like, we still in love. Mark couldn't take his eyes off of me because they just celebrated baby Brooklyn's first birthday, and he was there, of course, or whatever. And she said that he couldn't take his eyes off of her, and he couldn't take his eyes off her. He's still in love. She's still in love. But she said they did not have sex that night or whatever. And I'm like, I don't like that. How the fuck do y'all be together in the same, and not get a quickie in or do something sexual? That's your husband. Y'all sitting up here separated or whatever. I don't know. I just don't like that. I just feel like y'all should still be trying to connect. And I know sex is not everything, but I'm just saying, y'all should still be trying to connect. Anyway. So they called Mark, whatever, and he seemed very involved and very loving. He just seems like I don't know what the issue is with them, really. I really don't know, but I know they're not really in a good space. And I noticed how when she said, when we gonna see you again, he was like, we'll see. Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But I just feel like, what the fuck? Anyway, I don't know. That's just me. Shit. So anyway, Noelle and Cynthia riding or whatever. I guess Noelle comes out. I guess we can say Noelle came out because she said that she likes girls and she likes men. She finds herself attracted to both. Okay, cool. I'm proud of Noelle for even being brave enough to even, just spit that out there. And I believe Cynthia was very supportive. Now, I don't know if that was a front or whatever, or maybe Cynthia's just in such a good place, honey. She on cloud nine with her new man, where she like, whatever, Noelle, you do whatever the hell you want to do, honey, I ain't mad at you. Or she could have been genuinely just happy for her daughter, like, okay, cool, it's cool. You love who you love. Love is love. You know what I mean? So, I was peeping how she told Cynthia that she reminisced on how she told Cynthia that she must have had low self-esteem or something for going back and forth with a man. And like, girl, I can tell Noelle probably a trip in her own little way. That's just my opinion. Anyway, so also, what else happened? Candy and Marlo meet up for a play date. Now, this is where I saw another side of Marlo. I saw Marlo be very, very vulnerable. So Marlo meets up with Candy and little Ace and honey, did y'all see when Candy had her hair rolled back in them cornrows? Girl, Ace looked just like her ass. Ace and Riley, honey. So anyway, they meet up, Marlo and Candy, they meet up for a play date with the children. So Candy has Ace and, excuse me. Ooh. Candy has Ace or whatever, and Marlo has her was it her nephew, her niece and nephew? I don't know. I was watching, but I was doing stuff around the house too. So anyway, she comes with her sister's children, and she said that the child called her up and said they taking my mama away, and said that her sister is bipolar and schizophrenic. Like that stuff, mental health is so for real, y'all. Gosh, that's so real. But we saw a side of Marlo that was very vulnerable and very just human. Instead of her worrying about throwing shade at people and worrying about the latest designs and fashions and labels and stuff, she was just really a normal person that's going through shit like the rest of us, you know? So I appreciated that side of Marlo being shown. So, you know, they were talking about that, and Marlo cried and said it is hard. It is, you know, it's hard. And I'm glad Candy was supportive and everything. And Candy was saying how it's harder to take somebody else's child into your home and you know, and take care of them and not be your own. That's hard. That's harder than raising your own kids and having your own kids. So anyway, what else? So then, okay, so Portia and Shamia was talking. So Portia says that Portia tells Shamia how her and Dennis have slept together. And that, but just because they slept together, honey, this does not mean that they back together. Dennis is still in the motherfucking doghouse. So the next day, Portia and Dennis go to a counselor. They go to see counseling or whatever. So they go to counseling, and Dennis admitted that he did cheat, and he did in fact cheat on Portia while she was pregnant with little PJ. And I'm just like, I don't have any kids or anything, but I'm just like, that has got to be the worst. And I'm going to tell y'all something. When Portia was crying and everything, I feel where she was coming from when she said, I'm thinking we're in a good place. And I'm thinking shit is all sweet between us. And hell, we thought that too. And, you know, I'm going to tell y'all, it's so crazy how you can go from one level with a person to the next, go from one extreme to another. And I always say that's why I don't be envious of nobody's relationships. I don't care how it looks. And I remember when Portia was all giggly and googly gaga, and you know what I'm saying, googly eyed or Dennis. You know, I was just like, I know some people were acting annoyed, but I was annoyed at first. But then I said, you know what? Let her go ahead and soak that shit up and enjoy it, because I said, troubling times are going to come. That's with any relationship, any marriage, any relationship. Troubling times are going to come. So you better enjoy this good while it's good. Because when it get bad, you're going to start questioning some things. And there's going to be certain things that's going to transpire between you and this person. And you're going to be like, what the fuck? And that's what has happened. And I feel bad for Portia. I mean, even though I feel like her and Dennis got together and everything happened so quickly, sometimes things can work out, but it seemed like it's not working out. And she said that she really just don't think she can forgive him for this. I mean, think about it. Just like I said, I'm with her when she said, you know, I'm thinking we good and we in a good place. You know, he was buying her all that jewelry and shit. Just, you know, he was lacing her ass up. But you was cheating. And it just goes to show you, like, if a man want to go dip into some strange, he gonna go dip into some strange. And it don't matter how good you are to him and all that type of shit. Like, man, that shit is crazy. So yeah, Portia is at a place where she feel like she cannot forgive him. She's crying and stuff, and she's just like, oh my gosh, she got baby PJ, and it's just crazy. And I want to get to the part where Cynthia and them met up or whatever. Hold on. That's crazy. He cheated while she was pregnant, honey. Okay, so Cynthia and Kenya go to some natural store to pick up some stuff. And so the conversation about Eva comes up. And Kenya gets annoyed because Cynthia seems like she's trying to defend Eva. You know, when Eva, on the last episode, when she set up and told, when Portia asked Eva where was her children at for little Brooklyn's birthday party, and Eva was like, you know, I didn't bring them because I didn't know what Kenya's energy was gonna be like. And it's like, well, bitch, if you feel like that about Kenya, you shouldn't have came to the party in the first place. So Cynthia's like, well, I don't think Eva meant anything. I don't think, Eva had any ill intentions and blah, blah, blah. And Kenya's like, well, no, yes, the fuck she did. Like, that was a blow to me. Like, what does she think is going to happen at a child's birthday party? Like, and I feel Kenya. And I feel her when she didn't like the fact that Cynthia was defending Eva. Like, come on. Like, bitch, Cynthia always finds somebody's ass to ride on. She always finds somebody's ass to get up under, to be up. She always up somebody's damn ass. Anyway, so, but I definitely understood Kenya's position. I really did. And I didn't like how Cynthia was defending Eva either. I didn't like that because I would have felt the same way, bitch. What you mean? You don't know what my energy gonna be like, so you didn't bring your child to the birthday party. Like, bitch. Like, what kind of person do you think I am? And I get it. The girls do get kind of wild sometimes, but still. And then, so when Candy, Cynthia, and Eva went out to get a dress for Cynthia, she was going to be on the gay pride thing and on the float or whatever. And they brought the conversation up again. Cynthia got on my fucking nerves a little bit, but they was like, well, Eva, you were supposed to come with us to tell Portia what happened with the Sincerely girl. And they was like, but Kenya went on and told it herself. And so they started talking about, well, Kenya told Portia because Portia told Kenya that, Eva, you didn't want to come to the birthday party because of you was unsure about her energy. And so the whole conversation started, and Cynthia even talked about how her and Kenya damn near really got into it at the store, and they did almost get into it. And I didn't like how Cynthia was all like, I'm not little Brooklyn, tone it, bring it down. Anyway, so Eva with her shady. Let me tell you something. I don't like Eva. I can't stand that bitch. I don't. I never liked her even during the days of America's Next Top Model. The bitch tries to come off like she's so much more than what the fuck she really is. I can't stand the fuck out of Eva. And just last season, bitch, it was rumors about you and your man and y'all financial shit. So I just don't like her. So she was like, she gonna say, Portia got a lot to be worried about. She don't need to be worried about me. And I ain't asked Kenya where her husband was at. Just throwing shade. And now I ain't gonna lie, the bitch can read. The bitch can read. I will say that. But she was like, she was like, she's still trying to heal from her C-section. Like, what is she, like, these bitches need, then her and Cynthia had a conversation, and she was like, these bitches need to go find something to do and quit worried about me. They need to go have some more babies or whatever. I don't like Eva. I just really don't like her fucking ass. And Eva, you talking about, I don't know Kenya. I don't know her real eye color. I don't know this. I don't know that. Bitch, if you don't know, if you feel like that, you shouldn't have came to her fucking child's birthday party. If you gonna feel like that, if you gonna have that kind of energy about the shit, bitch, you should have just stayed your ass at home. And you're right, you do have a right to take your kids where you want them to go, where you don't want them to go, how you want them to go. You're right about all that. But at the same time, if you unsure about a motherfucker's energy, bitch, you don't come. If you know this is a child's party, you feel me? Like, you just don't come at all. So, hold on. I think that was it, y'all. That was mainly everything. Yeah, that was it. Then, they showed Portia talking to her sister, or talking to, was it? No, it was Shamia, or her sister, I think. And she was just crying and upset about Dennis, y'all. I feel for Portia. I hope they get back together. I don't know. I can't say I hope they get back together. I don't know what the hell. But that's it, y'all. That's all I got. My